up, everybody? It's Sir Mail coming to you from the Small Fry Show. On tonight's video, we're gonna talk about life outside of trucking, man. And this is something that I can really relate to. But before we get too deep in this thing, you already know what I need you to do. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to come join the family. Also, the views. Oh yeah, he putting that salt down, boy. We got about a couple inches of snow. We're supposed to get a couple inches tomorrow. The views and topics expressed in these videos are mine and mine only. They do not represent the company that I work for. I am not a spokesperson for said company. Now that we got that out the way, it's Sunday night. I got one more video to upload. That's gonna be from this past week, because I only worked like 2 days this week because I was sick. So finally starting to feel a little better. Hopefully I'm headed in the right direction. We're gonna speak it and claim it. So I got one video before you'll see this one that I need to post. This is Sunday night. We're getting our week started. We're leaving a little early because I don't know how the roads are going to be with the snow and everything. That temperature going to drop and it's going to be a mess. So I just wanted to get a little head start. We're leaving about 30 minutes early. So, but something I really want to talk about is something that I even been struggling and battling with myself is life outside of trucking, man. And what I mean by that is I ran the road for so many years, 14 years I ran the road. And whether you're new to the industry, you already, you're a seasoned vet. If you're new, you will understand what I'm saying quickly. If you've been out here for a while, you know what I'm talking about. Especially when you run the road, trucking is your life. I mean, you ain't, the old saying is true. The wheels ain't turning, you ain't earning. On a side note, y'all want to be real careful on these bridges. As you can see, it's some slush on this bridge. So we ain't going to give it no fuel. We'll more so kind of coast across there. Actually, this whole right lane look a mess. Oh, got a car on the side of me, though. Nice, steady, constant pressure, easy pressure on the brake. You don't even be jamming on the brakes. But if you ain't running, you ain't making no money. So, if you got a family to provide for and whatnot, and miles equal money, obviously you can't make no money at the house. So you need to run. And if you look at a lot of these companies, you get 1 day off for every 7 days that you out. So, most want you out at least 10 to 14 days. That's 2 days home. Now I did work for a company where you was out for 14 days and home for 4 days. That wasn't bad, but that's still only 8 days a month. So you gotta figure, you're gonna make money 3 out of a month. A week of that month, you ain't gonna have no income. That's just the way to look at it. So since trucking will consume 90 to 95% of your life, I don't know what I like to do. I know I like watching football. I like going bowling, seeing my kids, things like that. But when it comes to fun, what do I like to do? I'm not really, I don't want to say that I'm not an outgoing person. I'm an outgoing person. I don't like a lot of crowds. I'm more so stay to myself. So that's something that I'm kind of battling with, what do I do in my free time? And it's something that I'm trying to figure out, and I'm working through along with a host of other things. So let's take, for example, 4 days off. You're out for 2 weeks, home for 4 days. Your family gonna miss you. They gonna want to do stuff, you know. If you married, dating, or whatever, your significant other, they gonna want to go on a date. They gonna want quality time. Kids want quality time. You know, you gotta do your laundry. You gotta get stuff ready for the truck. That 4 days gonna be over before you know it, and you're gonna be right back on the road. So that's what I mean where I say the road is gonna consume you. It's gonna consume your life. So it's good. You gotta have some balance in there somewhere. I know there's a saying out there, balance is a myth. You gotta be all in. Don't let them lie to you. That's true. But if you don't have balance, you'll be like me, where you've ran the road for 14 years. Now you off the road and you don't know what to do. You don't know what to do with yourself. So a lot of times what I find myself doing is going to work on that 6th day, because working is what I know. And it's a lot easier when you're home every day to pick up an extra route versus running the road and picking up an extra route. Because when you run the road and pick up an extra route, picking up that extra route may cost you 2-3 days. Whereas in being local or home daily, it's only going to cost you that shift. Unless you break down or something like that happens, and then you have to lay over. That's a different story though. So that's what I'm learning and trying to figure out within myself. I had a gym membership. I canceled it from where I wasn't home that much. I'm gonna go get me another gym membership. You know, go walk on the treadmill, things like that. I could stand to lose some weight and just kind of figure it out. Go through the motions. That's the state of my life that I'm in right now. It's going through the motions, feeling the emotions, the good, the bad, working through it, figuring out what works and what doesn't, and just going through it so I can grow through it, you know. Sometimes you gotta look yourself in the mirror and really look yourself in the mirror, because accountability starts within on a personal level. And I mean really doing the hard work and the deep work, the good, the bad, the happy, the sad, the ugly. Because you gotta be able to hold yourself accountable. Real quick, I want y'all to look at this ramp. It's kind of slick right here. It looks wet, but it's not. We ain't kicking up no spray. Therefore, I'm not in a rush. I ain't in a rush anyway. But I ain't getting crazy on the fuel pedal. This is slick right here. So let the truck do the work. Feel it, you know. If you watch my video on my snow ramp, I'll say it in the video where the truck kind of loses traction. And if you're really watching the video, you'll see where it loses traction. You'll see the cab actually slide to the right a little bit. But luckily I caught it because I was paying attention. And I wasn't going fast. So, but yeah, so back to this life outside of trucking. So this is something that, and to keep you from going through what I'm going through, I mean, almost March will be 15 years I've been doing this. I want you to ask yourself, what is your life outside of trucking? Write it down. Take some notes. What do you like to do? What brings you happiness? What brings you joy? What do you get a kick out of? You know, write those down. And if you like me, are you struggling? Bowling or, you know, like going to the gun range, things like that. And you struggling, you sitting around, you're going to have to think outside the box and push yourself to get out there and see what it is exactly that you like. Because trucking is going to take up a lot of your life, but you don't want it to take up all your life. I feel like that within this industry, we get so caught up in making a life for ourselves and wanting a good life for our family and stuff that we forget. What's on? Oh, sorry, me. forget to make a life for ourselves as the driver. You know, you live in some of these areas that are in the middle of nowhere, your terminal ain't in your city, you may only get home for 34 hours a week. These companies is gonna try you, they gonna test you. Make a life for yourself outside of work. That way 15 years in, you're not trying to figure it out like I am. And so one thing I love is that I can get on these videos and this channel and this safe place I've created, and I can bleed on the table. I can bleed on the table with y'all. I'm not perfect. I make mistakes just like everybody else, man. And I'm trying to figure it out, fix it, and move. You know, go on with my life and be a better person. That's the goal: is to every day be better than you was the previous day. And it's never too late, as long as you got breath in your body. It's never too late. Take it one day at a time, the good with the bad. I'm telling y'all see how sporadic my videos been. I've been going through it. Physically, mentally, the whole nine, I've been going through it. But I refuse to give up, and I refuse to lay down. We are going to get through this. Whatever you're going through, you're going to get through it. One day at a time. If you got to email me, call me, whatever, it doesn't matter. You guys know how to reach me. We're going to get through this. One day at a time, one step at a time. Take the good with the bad. You got to feel the bad to get through the good. Because the more you brush it and sleep over it, it's just going to come back. Understand how you got there, why you got there, and know that you don't want to be there, okay? So that's something I want you all to start thinking about, seriously. This life outside of work. What is your life outside of trucking? Do you want to truck until you retire? Do you want to do this to provide for your family? And then, you know, work your way up through a different position? Do you want to start a company? You want to start a brokerage? What is your life outside of trucking? That's what I want you to ask yourself. Write it down. Take some notes. If you want to hit me up and share your thoughts, if you want to share your thoughts in the comments, by all means, feel free to do that. But that's the question and the topic of this video, is what is your life outside of trucking? And I'm trying to figure it out. The same way I'm asking y'all, I'm asking myself, what is life outside of truck driving? That's the $1 million topic. So that's what I want to leave y'all with. I had a funeral I went to this week. On a side note, another close friend, I had a close friend that passed away in September. When he passed away in August, his funeral was in September. A really close friend I knew for over 20 years. I was a pallbearer at his funeral. I had a funeral I went to this week. Try to take care of yourself out here, man. Just not even just out here. Just take care of yourself, period, if you can. I really got to get my health in order and things like that. I've been saying it, but I got to figure out what's going to work, because we're losing a lot of people out here. It's a lot of pain, a lot of hurt. A lot of people hurting right now. A lot of people losing their loved ones, and it's truly unfortunate. And one of the people who gave, who got up and spoke or whatever, they said something that really touched me. They said, we knew this day would come. Obviously it's coming for all of us. But yet we don't really think about it. And what that day he was referring to was death. We know death is coming. We all know that. It's coming for everybody. But you don't really think about it on a deeper level. When it comes, it hits you like a ton of bricks. And I'm going to tell you what really hurt me at the funeral. his kids, his babies, singing a poem to him, saying it gets me emotional talking about it. Saying, I'll always be daddy's little girl. And I'm gonna tell you something, man, it broke me right there, man. You can't hold the tears back on that. Because you see the kids hurting for losing their loved ones, their dad, they family member, man. And it's, please take care of yourself. Please. It's been enough hurting out here. So I'm gonna bring this to a close. As always, make sure you arrive so you pick up and get delivery on time and safely. Call your loved ones, tell them you love them. Love on somebody today, for real. For real. For real. Love on somebody. But most importantly, be the reason that somebody smiles today. The world needs it now more than ever. It's Shermel. I'll catch y'all next time. Be careful and be blessed. Peace.